Which classic video games do you still find yourself playing regularly? Baldur's Gate 1-2. Currently rocking an amazing human beast master unironically. The game has enough variety that continues to keep things fresh for me. For example, choosing which spells to use to overcome obstacles, and which 5 companions to take along with you. Played Baldur's Gate 1 for 25 years and I'm only now playing with Alora. She is awesome. I don't care if all her stats were the lowest one. That cheerful hey there gets me every time. A few that I always go back to periodically. Super Mario RPG, though the remake on Switch is great, so I'll probably just do that now. The entirety of the Metal Gear series. Tetris Attack, the SNES Mega Man X games. Monopoly on the SNES, it's a weird routine thing. Nothing to see here. Final Fantasy X. And not as old but still kind of old, Civilization V. Chess is pretty much all I play, because I found it more fun and rewarding and interesting than other video games once I got into it. Is excellent and free. Our Chess Beginners Wiki has a good compilation of advice and resources to learn and improve. Never been an easier time to learn chess. Been playing Black Ops, can't believe that game came out 14 years ago. I still think the story holds up incredibly well, especially with Sam Worthington and James C. Burns as Mason and Woods, and Ed Harris as Hudson. I'm gonna go replay the mission with the Hind helicopter, Rip Bowman. Real old Gallagher because I love the sounds, and I wish I could see so I could know what the ships look like. Relatively old Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is my jam, and is the best in the Tenkaichi series. I love that game so much and play it on a regular basis. Doom. I still make maps. Last thing I made public was in Hell Cartel 2. UHHH. The good map is unbeatable. Any other map is a clusterfuck. I still feel bad about basically ruining a perfectly good map hack with my bad English and uneducated ideas. TT. F-Zero. Turtles in Time. Bomberman 2. Sometimes I just fire up the old SNES or emulator and have a blast. Funny story with F-Zero BTW. When F-Zero 99 launched, it took me a full 10 races to get the original cars in black, and I won my first tournament. Darksiders. I love that game and franchise. I'm someone who typically plays a game once, and that's good enough for me. But not Darksiders. I've played through the good for 5 times now, and 100D at a couple different times. Heroes of the Storm, and I only classify this as classic in the sense of an antique car, since the gaming community has been declaring this game dead since before they stopped making Heroes. Tragic self-fulfilling prophecy. Every now and then, I get the urge to replay the campaigns and general challenges for Command and Conquer General Zero Hour. Just something about the music and deconstructing the enemy's base is soothing for me. Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Final Fantasy VII, RCT2. Mario Kart for SNES. I play with my young nephew. He just started gaming. From time to time, I still try and replay Chrono Trigger. I loved it so much that I took the time to max out every character's level, an entirely unnecessary pursuit for anyone who hasn't played the game. Vanquish Dark Souls. I can complete both in roughly 3 hours. Both I have down to a muscle memory. Both are my favorite genres: actions with swords, dragon, action with cool mech suits, big guns. Stick me in front of Tekken 5 and I'm a happy boy. Recently started replaying Half-Life, and it's still fun as fuck. Same with Killer 7. One of the most interesting experiences I've ever had with a game. I have emulators on my phone, so I play tons of games from time to time just for the nostalgia. But my 3 favorite games ATM are Star Sweep on PS1, Warriors on PS2, and Ocarina of Time on N64, original Prince of Persia PC version, and sometimes SNES. Also, a couple of really old adventure games with some replay value, like Colonel's Bequest, Quest for Glory, and Maniac Mansion. Minecraft. Half-Life series, and a Portal Games Black Mesa. The remastered version of Half-Life into the HL2 engine is pretty awesome. BTW. Morrowind, Subnautica, Civ 2, 4, and V. I always return to Metal Gear Solid, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Super Mario World, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Ocarina of Time, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2. I love how many rare games are being commented. They really created games that transcend graphics and hardware power. I'll never forgive Microsoft for killing that studio. Golden Axe series, Road Rash 2 and Blue Stinger. I've played Blue Stinger through probably 10 times now, and I still don't have a friggin' clue what the story is about. I think I had a copy of every FIFA from 98 to 2011 on various PlayStations, so I think it counts. But looking back on it, that was an incredibly foolish waste of money. Elite played the original on a BBC computer with wireframe graphics, and I play the latest version on a PC in virtual reality, only 40 odd years in between. San Andreas, Vice City, Def Jam Fight for NY, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Midnight Club Dub Edition, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Underground Wasteland, Skate 3. I wouldn't say there's any I play regularly, but I did recently replay Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and will work my way through the pixel remasters soon. Older generations of Pokémon. I love the nostalgia and childhood memories associated with this franchise. New Under the Truck rumor was wild back then. Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, Vaughn's 3D, Super Mario Beatos, Mario and the 6 Gold Coins, Tekken Tag, Soul Calibur to OG Xbox, and I think that's it. Luna the Silver Star, Dragon Quest, Sonic 2 Earthbound Ultima, and Baldur's Gate 1-2. Do Legend of Dragoon or Pokémon Yellow count as classics? Once a year I'll come back and play the classic Resident Evil 2 and then Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on PlayStation. Loved them then. Love them still. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Halo, NASCAR Racing 2003, NASCAR Thunder 2004, Conflict Desert Storm series, Ghost Recon the 1 from 2001, The Sims, Metal Gear Solid 1-3, Final Fantasy 7-8, Persona 4, Chrono Trigger. Sometimes I play some Tenchu 2. So many great games on old platforms though. Not sure if it's classic, but Melee. Still can find myself sitting in front of my buddy's GameCube after the bar to crush out like 5 sets LOL. Super Mario 3, Breath of Fire 2, Super Mario Kart 2 player, Super Metroid, Aladdin, Metal Warriors 2 player, Sword of Mana, all SNES for me. Started Red Dead Redemption 2 again today. Such a peaceful experience. Waiting on Fallout for upgrade out soon to restart that game again too. Not sure how classic this is per se, but I recently dug out my 3DS from years ago. Still works perfectly. Been playing a lot of Mario Kart 7. It's Clash of Clans for me. Anyone want to join my clan? It's level 7 and in the rebuilding phase, so you can help me if you want. I will always toss in a quarter into a Pac-Man game at a pizza joint because I can easily go 10 minutes, and seems like a bargain. I still play CS Source a bit. Also Wreckfast I think is 10 years old, which is eternity for PC games, but in still on Poop Sock. Not sure if those qualify, but I replay Ratchet and Clank 1, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal and Deadlocked at least once a year. Just started playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition and man, the game aged beautifully. Wish the multiplayer was still active. Super Metroid and many of its ROM hacks. Always a great 3-6-hour single-player skill check for platforming and boss punching. We have entered a new golden age for Roller Coaster Tycoon to gameplay, and I'm playing it as much as I did when I was young. I came on here expecting to be made to feel old with what people call a classic video game. I'm pleasantly surprised. Super Punch-Out, Everyone once in a while I'll fire it up just to beat the shiznit out of Gabby J in like 15 seconds. Warcraft 3. It's sad that this is a classic, as I remember the day it came out. Crap. I remember playing Warcraft 2. I play Star Ocean the second story once a year. I will also play the first several Pokémon games from time to time. Tons, usually Centipede. Galaga is always fun. Yar's Revenge. Pac-Man, lately discovered that Tempest is amazing. I'm introducing my kids to SMB3, Legend of Zelda and Punch-Out. The replay value is off the charts on these. Is Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire classic yet? Or are we still just counting Red, Blue and Gold, Silver as classic still? Halo 1-3, Coke if that counts, Minecraft, Guitar Hero. Occasionally I'll hop on CS Source cause I'm banned on CSGO. TSX the original version, if it was available on a Mac or Nintendo Switch I'd be playing it right now. I play Halo CE, though I admit it's hard for me to consider it a classic since I was an adult when it came out. Red Alert 2. I'm considering buying a PC laptop for the sole purpose of playing all those old Westwood games. Super Mario World. I played it on SNES in the 90s and still do on my PC with an emulator and USB controller. Unfortunately, Dead by Daylight LOL. Going on 5.5 years and that damn game always pulls me back in.